What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are back with another Diddy video, and today we are on trial day 32. We are doing the second part of the defense's closing. If you haven't seen my part one, you can check it out. It's in the link down below. Let's get right into it. So Agnifilo pointed out that there was a phone that was retrieved from Cassie that she said was broken, yet the forensic phone experts were able to get into the phone, and they found that the freak off videos were still in there. They weren't deleted, and he said he doesn't know what they meant to her or why she kept them, but they were still in the phone. And he said that there was no way that Diddy was going to release those videos anyway. Like, there's no way. It would ruin him just like it would ruin her. Then he pointed out that a lot of people make homemade pee on their phones these days. Like, it's pretty common in America. Then segueing into Jane, he says we all know who the father of her child is, and we know the rapper that she was with in Vegas. He challenges the fact that the prosecution says that some of these freak offs and hotel nights were considered S trafficking, specifically because Jane was allowed to turn away certain dancers. Like, for instance, she turned away one because she said he smelled bad, and he was still paid for his time. And then one time when she particularly wanted a hotel night, she called Cabral, who was one of her favorite dancers, and she texted him that he was muy caliente, which is very hot in Spanish. And she texted Diddy after one of their hotel nights. It was the sobriety party hotel night. She texted him the next day and said that she regretted the hotel night. However, this was when she was still mad about Gina. So it can be reasoned that maybe she didn't want to do the hotel night because she was mad that he was spending time with Gina and doing stuff for Gina that he wasn't doing with her, and not because she was being S trafficked. Then, for whatever reason, he comments, she had the worst lawyer in the world when she went to child support court to try to get her $40,000 a month child support raised, and ended up getting it lowered to $4,700 a month. And he pointed out how Diddy is now paying for a house that her and her child live in, and the child's not even his responsibility. So he's basically saying, like, look, Diddy's doing more for you than your child's father did for you, and this is how you repay him. You say that you didn't want to do these hotel nights, and now you're being S trafficked. He said, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Then we segue into that huge fight that Diddy and Jane had at her house back in June, and he says that the details of that were kind of sketch. So he points out the fact that everything seemed fine, then all of a sudden she starts picking a fight with him about a girl that Diddy was dating that was younger than him but still of age, and was calling him a PDF file for it, and getting so mad and slamming his head into a marble countertop. And then he said that when she said that she ran and hid behind a wall for 2 hours, he was like, either she's lying or she's just wrong, because like it's impossible. And he said, why was she being so violent? Why was she trying to push that? Was it because she wanted something in her pocket? Because this is after she knows that there's an investigation underway for Diddy, and that this is after Cassie was paid. Did she want to get paid too? Was she trying to get bruises? So, and he said that the bruises weren't even consistent with her story. He said it doesn't look like he hauled off or that he dragged her or anything of that nature. Yeah, so he said our girl Jane was trying to get a payday like Cassie. He said in the middle of the fight, Jonathan Perez, which is one of Diddy's assistants, had texted and said that Jane and Diddy are fighting, and I guess he asked did they need to come over there and get him, and he was like, no, it's all good, just normal jealousy. Then he brings up the fact that after this fight that they have a freak off, and the dancer that they call is the same dancer that she conveniently saw in Vegas when she was with that other rapper at his freak off. And when they asked her about if she knew any other dancers, and she gave them Cabral's number. And he said that when they asked, what did she do while she was at the freak off, she said all she did was flash him. And he said things were not adding up again. They seemed fishy. What is the coincidence that the same dancer, Antoine, that she saw in Vegas is now at her home having a freak off that she claims she doesn't want to have, yet she let him in and she had the freak off. And then, speaking of dancers, the only two dancers that testified were the Punisher and Daniel Phillip. and neither one of them testified and admitted that they were S workers. P stars get paid for their work. So what's the difference between Diddy paying them for their time? And then as far as the racketeering, there's a gaping lack of evidence. KK is not a co-conspirator. She's a nice person. If John Gotti kicked in your door, you're not going to call Sammy the Bull for help. Yet Carrie Morgan and Jane and Cassie called KK for help. You don't call a co-conspirator. They're not going to help you. And he said, better yet, there's no evidence that any of the workers or employees are co-conspirators. And he says it was Cassie who wanted to be urinated on. Diddy didn't make her do that. He wasn't forcing her. He wasn't trafficking her. It's the last thing he says. Summon the courage to do the right thing and acquit Sean Combs on all counts. He's not a racketeer. He's innocent. Let him go home to his family. So guys, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Do you think these were good closing arguments? Do you think it's enough for Diddy, or do you think he's cooked? Me personally, I think he's cooked. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos like this, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please hit the like.